and I'm going to be making a report in regards to some corruption going on by Brampton city officials as well as the Brampton Police Department and some individuals in the community as well as some housing. Jim Toretto, who's the manager there, Beth here, as well as some other staff, Miriam Cooper. And there's a subject of this particular expose because they're in charge of the enforcement division and they have not been carrying out the enforcement of someone that I've reported on my blog, Manjit Dillon, in regards to her property and in regards to her obligation to her tenants, including me. So basically what has been happening is that they've been suppressing the investigation of this landlord, including the one involving now, anyone who lives in Ontario knows that September 15th is on, and what has happened is this landlord has been harassing her tenants, including me, including by refusing to have the heat on. On September 30th, I took her to the Landlord and Tenant Board, and there was an interim order made for her to have the heat on and to also put some kind of protective cover on it so that no tenant staff could. Well, she hasn't done that. She also have investigation going on by the bylaw enforcement of Brampton, the building department. None of those departments has really actively been investigating this woman. I just recently put an article up on my blog because I am so concerned about my own protection from this person and the city officials who are involved in carrying out the harassment against me, involving her or reporting her, that I now have to do it as a matter of public concern. Obviously, I'm a member of the public, and when you attack somebody like that, you are actually, violating their rights, and not only just that, but also, in some cases, committing criminal offense. So earlier, I reported on my blog that she's facing currently criminal charges in the court. And on September 30th, I was contacted by a mediator at the Landlord and Tenant Board, which she offered to pay me $600 to move out, as well as to remove the articles that I had written about her, exposing her charges that are currently before the court, her criminal charges. If I remove those off my blog, then she will pay me $600 and I can move out. So she was obviously trying to bribe me and to interfere with my rights and to continue with her harassment. This kind of stuff that's going on where you have somebody who has openly disregarded public safety, public concern, and their actions are being covered up by the police and by city officials is a matter of public interest. It's corruption. It's conspiracy and corruption. And so she has continued her harassment so that now I have to make this video because as of this date, October 2nd, I have no heat because the woman has turned on, through her agent, her white tenant, the air conditioner. And so now that's putting me in a position where, they want me to maybe do something that will really cause me to have to leave. But really, it's really an harassment. It's a criminal offense. And she will be facing charge on Monday on two parts. One, for ignoring the order that was made on September 30 regarding turning on heat. And two, in regards to criminal harassment. So the message I'm trying to give is that you cannot harass somebody, you cannot break the law, and you cannot act in a corrupt manner because you have government and city officials backing you and think you can get away with it. So Manjit Dillon is very concerned about her public image, but she's not concerned enough to stop her actions that's leading to those charges against her. So I had to make this video because as her tenant, she has increased her harassment. I mean, it is a law, it's a bylaw which falls under the statute, of course, that heat has to be on from September 15th to June 1st in the province of Ontario. how is it that you have people like Jim Toretto, manager of enforcement, he cannot send any of his staff to the property to say, okay, let us investigate this and see if this is really going on and see what's going on, instead of just going along with this conspiracy and corruption by this landlord to do whatever she can to force me to move out. So I have to take matters into my own hands, and of course, I like to publicize things that shouldn't be happening that are happening, whether it's happening to me or somebody else. And so, I will definitely be on top of this and try to expose more of the stuff that they're doing to me, because what they're doing with the acknowledgement of the police, they're not doing anything about it, and they're behind it actually. The people who are doing it, who are acting as agents of Majid Dillon, are also acting as agent provocators for the Brampton Police 22 Division. So, this is corruption right across the board. And of course, they really want me to be silent about this whole thing, and I just will not shut up, because you really can't be doing these things. You can't arrest somebody, you can't act in a criminal manner towards them and force them to move out or whatever, and interfere with their rights. Forget about the Charter of Rights, that just exists on paper. When you have systematic racism going on and corruption and stuff like that, who cares about the Charter? They don't care about the Charter. And they don't care about your rights under the Charter. The only thing they care about is not seeing their face made public, because they want their actions to be hidden. And so it's my job now to expose what they're doing. This is Valerie Guillaume reporting on another issue of corruption involving more Canadian city and government officials, police.